Hey everybody, it's Zombie Jesus here, back with another Kerbal Space Program Let's Play. I want to apologize. I just realized in my last game, or my last video there, I was recording in 720. I just realized when I went to upload it that it was subpar resolution. So let's just continue with the game there, but now in beautiful 1080p. Yeah, there we go. I made a couple. So now we're back right where we left off. Nothing's changed, except now we're in 720p, or now we're in 1080p. Yeah, like I said, before that last video, I accidentally recorded it in 720p. So that's my bad, that's my mistake. I didn't mean to do that. It's just this game is so beautiful and atmospheric, no pun intended. It deserves to be in 1080. Now, what I want to do here in this video, this might be a little risky because I don't have a lot of funds at this point in time, but I want to upgrade my runway so that it's tarmac now, and things can actually take off from it. I don't have time to show you guys, but if you take off a plane from that previous runway, it's full of potholes, and it makes your ship bounce around, and it makes your way you're facing all wonky, and all of a sudden you just slam into the ground. It's horrible. Now I want to make a very simple, I'm going to use like 4 of these. Yeah. Very simple plane. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't be doing this quite yet because I don't have wings or anything. I can't do this yet. Don't save. Okay, we're gonna do, like I said, I want to get to the moon in as few launches as possible. I was thinking like 3 or 4, but this next launch is gonna be the 3rd launch. And since I spent that money, well, we're gonna spend the money in the wrong way anyway. Yeah, I want to make sure I get as much science from this launch as possible because I want to do as few launches as possible. I should have been trying in my previous videos, but what can you do? So science. We're going to get mystery goo canisters, which we can use to... I'm pushing X and C. See down here? This changes and this changes. If I have this, see like right now though, if I place something, I'll get 2 of them. See how that changed to 3? Now there's 3 of them. So that's gonna, I want 2 of them, and I want, like this, it to be symmetrical. If I don't have it symmetrical, they could go anywhere. If I placed a symmetrical snapping, everything will snap to places where I can put things symmetrically. Symmetrical snapping, it's like what it sounds like. I want 3 of these. Just like so. So now I have 2 goo canisters to collect goo. Or actually, sorry, I already have the goo. But I'll see what the goo does in different places. And that'll give me science. And I have thermometers to collect temperature, which will also give me science. Now, just like before, where is it? I'm going to add a decoupler. This time I'm not going to use the solid fuel boosters that just boost me and I have no control. I'm going to use just 2 fuel tanks because I don't want to get overwhelmed and go too high and forget about collecting science. I just want to do a small little launch here. I'm this liquid fuel engine, which I believe, yes, is the swivel. It has a gimbal in it, which means it can move. It's got a 3-degree range, which doesn't sound like much, but when you're talking about traveling hundreds of thousands of kilometers, 3 degrees is more than all you would ever need. It's going to be the SSP Stanky. Now this isn't going to be the Stanky 3, because the Stanky 3 is going to do fancy things. This is kind of like the Stanky 2. Stanky 2.5. I do want some of these because I don't actually want to go necessarily all height right now. I want to travel across Kerbin's surface to gain new science. I'm going to save this, make sure my stages, they seem to have automatically, that's nice. That never happened before. Sweet, sweet nectar of life. Full throttle. Get our SAS on, our stability assist systems. Everything looks good to go. I want to watch my fuel. If I click this, the fuel will stay up. You see I've got liquid fuel, monopropellant, oxidizer to go with my liquid fuel. Those will both go down together. And let's do this, Jeb. My trusty Jebediah. See, we're losing fuel pretty rapidly, so I'm just gonna turn down my throttle. We're still gaining speed. We're still gaining altitude, and we're increasing our speed, so I don't need full throttle. I can do this, and I want to go... No. Oh. Okay, we're gonna go... And we ran out of fuel. So we're gonna go out to sea. That last bit of fuel pushed us this way. I am going to deploy that and collect science. I forgot to get the science on the launch pad. So we can observe our mystery goo. The goo jiggles and wobbles as the craft flies. Cool, we can get 7 science from that. Let's keep that. We're falling back to the surface here, so time is of the essence. Log temperature. Collected and recorded temperature data from the environment. Cool, 5.6 science. Sweet, yes! I'm just trying to go fast because we're falling. Crew report. Get a crew report from this site. Filing over Kerbin shores. We can get 3.5 science. Excellent. What did it say? Review the report. The shores look inviting, and you watch the waves roll into the coast. Very cool. Let's just deploy that parachute before we crash into the surface and create a impact crater the size of, well, about the size of the pod. We're not very high. There we go. We're slowing down. Ooh, okay, coming back to the surface here. Everything looks intact and fancy. So now we're falling at a steady rate. The parachute has done its job, and we're declining to the surface at about 5.8 meters per second, which is like, I mean, a little faster than you'd walk. I think you probably... I'm about 6'1", so I walk like, I don't know, a meter a second, a meter and a half a second, maybe even 2 meters a second. So it's like, I mean, you can run faster than 5 meters a second easily. Well, maybe not easily. Maybe like Olympic athlete. I'm not really sure. 5 meters? What would that be, like 15 feet? I'm pretty sure I could run 5 meters in a second if you just caught me at a full sprint and took out a second's worth. Probably cover 5 meters. Yeah, actually, yeah, for sure. The 100-meter dash. I used to do that in like 18 seconds when I was a kid. When I was a teenager. Divide 18 seconds by 100 meters. You're definitely able to run 5 meters a second. I don't know why I'm talking so much. I should have just sped up time. We're falling back to the ground here at a human's running speed rate. An average human running speed. Here we are. Okay, now that we're back on the surface, I already have a crew report in there, but the goo from, I believe this would be like Kerbin's shores. Yeah, see? Goo from Kerbin shores. The goo accumulates near the water-facing side of the container. Very interesting. I'm going to keep that science. It'll just stay in the container, just like the one in this container. I can't remember which thermometer I used. This one, review data. So I want to use this one now to log temperature from Kerbin shores. Just to the right temperature to go for a swim. Haha, 2.5 science. Let's keep that. And an EVA report, my good friend from Kerbin shores. Another 2.5. I don't think it's the same thing he said about from Kerbin's waters. Let's just keep that. Get back in. Recover this vessel during the loading screens. That's usually when I take the opportunity to have a drink of my sweet, sweet beer. So we gained 24, almost 25 science from that mission. which I'm not going to go through all of these, but you saw me do it. I was collecting science, and we probably also did a couple world firsts on that. I'm not sure. Maybe we didn't do world first. We didn't go very high. I want to unlock some more parts here though. What do I want? A Reliant engine, a bigger solid and bigger fuel tank, some aerodynamics, and a wing lit. It's not an actual wing. And radial decouplers, so we can decouple things from the side. Heat shields, barometers, so I can collect more science with that. It's probably best to do things that get you the science instruments, because then you can collect more science along the way. It's like maximum. You don't have to go back and redo launches like I just did. I have 50. 15, and I could get both of those. And I'd be a little bit short for that. Be 3 points short for this. And I don't really want radial decouplers or a bigger winglet yet either, so I'm just going to do these. Oh, that opened up new options. I'm going to do these two. So I have a new scientific instrument, and I can make a better rocket. I still have, when do I get landing gear? I have to go through this way. Alright. I swear you used to be able to just sort of travel Kerbal to collect science early on. But things of the mechanics and the tree have changed a bit. Alright. I'm going to do another launch. It's going to be similar to our second launch, just like 2.5. But this one's going to be a full upgrade to 3. We're going to just take this off here. And we're going to add a large fuel tank there. So that's the equivalent of 4 of these small fuel tanks. That should get us pretty high. I can add more scientific instruments. I don't want them to cover the hatch though. Here we go. Put them above the thermometers. Perfect. Perfect. And I believe, like I'm gonna throw, just for shits and giggles, I'm throwing on another tank there. I kind of wanted to put some solid boosters on the side, but then I forgot that I didn't pick up the radial decouplers. So this is the SSA. No, it's not. It's not quite the SSA Stanky 3. This is the SSA Stanky 2.8. It's almost the 3. Save. Stages are right. Everything looks tickety-boo. Hopefully Jebediah is our pilot. I know he will be, so yeah. Alright. Now, when I used to play this before, I had several mods on the game that allowed me to see things like my Delta V, which we can get into later, but Delta V and just, time to apoapsis, time to periapsis. And I think I have that installed correctly now, but I need to have my mech Jeb unlocked in the tree. I think it's actually part of the game now, is how that works. So I'm just playing this without having my mods, even though I think I should have the mods. Should I do a crew report here? 1 science? No, not worth it. This launch, I'm pretty sure I'm going to launch up, take a short gravity roll to face this way, because this is the equator. This is the rotation of the planet. The planet's actually rotating in that direction, so we're spinning towards like those buildings right now. So if I launch up and face the moon, I'll actually be going against the planet's orbit, which is beneficial for gaining height, because the planet's round, so if you go against it you get more height. Anyways, if that doesn't make any sense to you, watch some YouTube videos or something. I don't know what to tell you. Turn this up. Stability control. Let's go, Jeb. Gravity roll. Wrong way. Wrong way. This way. This way. Point down. Point down. Point down. We want about 10, 15 degrees. Yeah. Yeah, like right there. Just gonna move that. See this circle here? That's where the SAS is actually gonna aim me. See, now I'm in the middle of it. So if I manually point down, it's gonna move that circle down. I can drag that circle down. Somewhere around here is I didn't get quite enough altitude for this inclination, so I'm not going to make it to orbit by any means. I've already ran out of fuel. But if I decouple that, that's going to fall back to the Earth. Again, it still has an upward, that debris is still going up right now, but I'm just going faster than it. Because when the decoupler pushed, it pushed me up and it pushed it back. Didn't actually push it back down to the Earth. It just gave us... Yeah, anyways. So if you look, I'm actually going pretty much towards the moon right now. Even if I was going super fast, I wouldn't hit the moon. By the time I got there, the moon would be way over here, and I'd be way the fuck out here. But look at us, 40 kilometers above the world. Damn it! I forgot. I want to do science. Okay, mystery goo. Let's do this shit. We're up high now. Mystery goo from Kerbal's upper atmosphere. 9 science. Great. What do we got from the thermometer? From Kerbal's upper atmosphere. We're still in the upper atmosphere, so that's good. Let me do a crew report from the upper atmosphere. Excellent. Save that. Okay, so we got 3 things from the upper atmosphere. Barometer from Kerbal's upper atmosphere. Perfect. We got 3 things from the upper atmosphere. I can review them later to see what they said. Like review data. The goo seems to be getting very cold. Cool. I'm going to keep that. Collected and recorded temperature data for... Yeah, okay, I'm going to keep that as well. So now from up here, though, are we in space? Are we in the upper atmosphere still? Yeah, we're still in the upper atmosphere. So collecting this, even though it says 9 science, I already have one over here. It's not going to give me 18 science. I just already have it. And since we only reached the quote-unquote upper atmosphere, that's perfect, actually. That's what I wanted. I wanted to get to the upper atmosphere and get that science before I progress to going to, you know, space near Kerbal. So now that I've collected that science, I'm just going to see. Since I angled myself on that launch, look at the distance we're covering over the land. We're actually going... Oh, we're still gaining speed too, which is nice. If I look at this, you can see the whole planet here. There's where we took off from. And here, that's the highest we got. Apoapsis right there. Or if I turned around, I don't know. Anyways, the highest we got looks like it was somewhere here, but yeah. Highest we got was 53. Or could be. We're going to land somewhere over here. You can just see the projection of that's us, where we're going. This is good. I did this. I angled ourselves that way so that we could set more world firsts. Land distance, land distance. See, that's money. That's money in the bank. And a little bit of science. But mainly money. We spent that money on upgrading the runway, and we don't even have planes yet. So the money's important right now. I don't know if I didn't go over it when I was playing this, but these launches all actually cost money. Like those things are like my fuel tanks and my engine that I just, you know, disembark those. I decouple them and they just fall off into the ocean somewhere. Those fucking cost money. They take away the money that I earn from doing these launches and setting these milestones. So you need to continually get funding, or else you won't even be able to build the ship and launch it because you don't have the funds to make it. And that's what makes this a game, right? But this is a simulator. This is a space simulator. I'm gonna launch my I'm gonna launch my parachute here. This game actually, people from NASA, as far as I know, like from the best of what I know, and you know, I've read stuff. This is factual. People from NASA have collaborated on this game with the game's creators. There are NASA employees that have worked on this game. It is a space simulator. And you can learn how to make rockets and all the fun stuff about vectors and speed and inertia and delta V and orbits and all that fun stuff. This isn't just some, guy in a basement that made a game and imagined these values. These values are factual. People from NASA have worked on the game to help them make it the way it's supposed to be in the real universe. It's a simulator. And they've added things like money and collecting science to make it a game, something fun to do, instead of just, for some people, just having the simulator is enough, but I need a tech tree, something to progress through. Also, I'm not a rocket scientist, so if you just give me every tool in the books, I have no idea what to do with it. I need the tech tree to help me learn and go through it, which is the beauty of this game. If you spend a couple hundred hours in this game, you're kind of a rocket scientist. You feel like it, at least. You learn a lot. Alright, so that would mark our 4th launch. I've done 4 launches now. Collected 31 science. It's very, very promising. Gained 7,000 funds from recovering some of those parts. Remember I said you just blast them off? Some of them you can recover. And Jebediah is back. So I want to see here. Stability. I'm going to unlock that, and I'm going to do... I don't have quite enough. Nuts. I shouldn't have done that. Should have took my Terrier engine here. And the larger fuel tanks. Anyways. I did that so that I could do this. Did I unlock micro landing struts? Damn it! Did I get the... Yes. Okay. This build may take a minute. I'm going to plan this build here is going to orbit Kerbal, have enough fuel to deorbit, and come back and land. And we're going to collect a shitload of science on the way. I may speed this part of the video up. We'll see. Oh. Alright, everybody. I'm pretty sure that this has what it takes to get to orbit. This is probably actually overkill, to be honest. It's probably overkill. But I'm pretty sure... I mean, this might be able to go to the moon. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure this has what it takes to go to orbit. Get Jeb into orbit here. And then deorbit and bring the pod back to Earth. Kerbal. Bring it back to Kerbal. I'm pretty sure. Now, there are ways that you can tell. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do this ship. It's over my mass limit. I need to upgrade. I'm going to save this. And I'm going to leave. I save speed up again after this. I have too many parts. Damn it. Okay, how many too many parts? I need to cut 18 parts from this. Well, I'm not getting rid of any of the science parts. Okay, let's start getting rid of these. 12 more parts. Damn it. I can take 9 more parts. 2. Okay. Damn. I can only have one more part, and I want to put cones on those. I'm taking off the... what's it called? Antenna. Cones. Okay, so hopefully this has what it takes to get to orbit and then deorbit and come back to Kerbal. Now, like I said, I used to have mods that would show me my things like Delta V and stuff, and I used to know how much Delta V things took. I don't even remember anymore, so it's not like it matters. This is going to be the SSP. It's not going to be the Stanky. This is going to be the Inquisitor, the Finder, the Seeker, the Finder Answer Discover Orbiter 1. I don't know if it's going to orbit or not, but it's the Orbiter 1. Your ship to know if it has the required Delta V is really the only word for it. Delta V to get where you want to go. But either I don't have those mods installed correctly, or I just haven't, or they're part of the game now and I just haven't progressed to that part yet. So anyways, let's go. Let's do this. Fairly successful gravity roll. Let's just point a bit down. We'll watch the fuel. And as soon as that fuel runs out on these, see, that's where we have the staging done, so that these go first, and then when they go pop, the middle one's gonna go. First I'll decouple them. Boom. Now the middle one's gonna go, and we're gonna try to get... Actually, wait. No, we gotta keep going up. Okay. If we go here, we can see how high we're gonna get. That's not high enough. We need to go up. But at least we can keep that forward momentum that we've already gained. We're not going to lose... Well, we're in the atmosphere a bit, so we will kind of lose it. That's why it was kind of stupid to waste propellant going forward too much, but in the long run, it's not. I'm going to just drop this now and see how 52 is not enough. I'm going to lower the throttle, try to get the most out of this fuel as we can. We're still gaining speed, so as long as I can keep this rocket going. We're gaining speed, gaining speed, gaining speed. It's great, it's great. Okay. We do not have a lot of fuel left, and we're barely... That's pretty much as high as you need to be in orbit, and we need to get up to, like... We need to be going a lot faster forward. So for me to put this, if this vessel could right now get into orbit, I don't think I could get it out of orbit, but let's find out. I'm going to aim right across the horizon so that when I burn my engine, I'm gaining as much horizontal speed as I can, and I'm going to wait until I'm up above 90,000 meters. When I'm up like 90 kilometers above Kerbal surface, I'm just going to blast this fucking thing. It won't put us into orbit, I don't think, but you'll see, this should stay open. You'll see this arc that I have. When I start making speed across the horizon, this arc's gonna go boo, and the backside will go boo, and that's when, if you can get enough speed, it'll go boo all the way around, and then you'll just be in orbit, which will decay over time if you dip down into the atmosphere and shit. Like, I don't know, this, just chill. Okay, so yeah, fuck, I missed it. So let's go. I missed my shot. I wanted to go a lot earlier than this, so I'm actually going to aim up a bit. There's not a lot of fuel in this stage. Boom! Get that last little bit of energy. Yeah, see? Boom! It got bigger. We might even make it to the next continent. Nope, not even close. Well, kind of close actually. So, now that I'm way the fuck up here, let's do some experiments. Well, in space near Kerbal, perfect. 10 science, we need that. As if we were in a vacuum. 12 science, maybe we are in a vacuum. Collected and recorded temperature, 8 science. Crew report. I've already got one from up here. But I will be able to get one. It's just going to be in the... I'm going to land in the water, so I won't be able to get a new one from there. See my debris behind me? Some of the debris got higher than I got, because it was aimed up when it was detached from me, and then I changed my... Yeah, you know. Or maybe it just looks like it's higher, because things go in a circle. Let's just speed up time here. Oh, we're coming back into the atmosphere, so time slowed back down. Now we can only go 4 times speed. I'm gonna try to aim my body here. See the body of the ship? We're traveling in this direction. See, we got the heat shield on the bottom. I put that there for a reason. If my scientific things here blow up, then I lose the science. I don't want to lose the science. So I hope they don't blow up. Over Kerbin's perfect. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. So let's speed time back up here. Make sure not to come crashing down. Where's my altitude? See, right now the only way that I know my altitude is by here. See, this is night. We're on the night side. It's hard to tell when you're going to hit the ground. This is my altitude here. If there was mountains here, I might crash into them without even see. This is the sea level altitude. So it doesn't count if there's big rocks or mountains here. I could have already crashed into the surface without even knowing. So I guess that would make our 6th launch. I'll probably call this an episode. This is a beautiful sunset. You can see the night sky above us, the moon right above us. You can tell the sun just went across the horizon somewhere over there. We've got those oranges and browns on either side of us as the sun disappears. This game is incredible. I mean, like, let's just zoom out here. Yeah, look at that. The rays of this as the sun hits the atmosphere, as it cascades across the atmosphere. It's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. But yeah, I'm gonna call this one an episode. Actually, I'll recover the vessel. We'll see what we have here. Come on, load. 50 science earned, our best voyage yet. We're pretty low on funds right now, though. Actually, I wonder how much that launch cost us. Jesus, we have no money. Got a lot of science, though. Oh, there's actually a aspect of this game I totally forgot. I can go here to take missions. And when I take these missions, I can gain large amounts of money that can keep me from running out of money. So I'll leave that for the next episode. We'll take a couple of these available missions, and we can do things like test rockets, or just things like orbit Kerbin. If I can get into orbit of Kerbin, they'll give me a bunch of money. I'm just going to accept that right now. So yeah, there's lots of ways that you can, even by doing that, accepting that mission, they gave me a front of money. They fronted me money, and then more money upon completion. But things like just test the flea booster. I already have the flea booster. I could have been doing this the whole time to get money, but I wanted to just get to the actual gameplay of the game, right? Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.